In this example, we're going to see how an academic has used PebblePad to assist with placement portfolios for students from postgraduate organisational psychology. This academic is the placement coordinator and wanted to solve the problem of having lots and lots of paperwork and having to have paper that could only really be in the one place at the one time, paper that collected in her office and needed to be passed from one supervisor to another manually and back and forth between the student and the supervisors and the placement coordinator manually as well. So there was lots of propensity for things to go missing and for things also to inadvertently be duplicated. Students may well collect 4 of these across their postgraduate studies, which made for quite a lot of paper moving back and forwards. So we took a series of about 13 paper-based forms, some of which were quite long and extensive, and placed them inside this placement portfolio. This placement portfolio is now one of a couple of resources that we release to students rather than the 13 that they used to have to deal with. On the front page of the folio, as you can see, just a little bit of an overview. The workbook is now divided into 3 sections, which are the stages of placement. First stages are contracting and negotiating. Then we have placement activity and supervision, and then the reviews and evaluation. In the contracting and negotiating area, we look at approvals, placement agreement, and placement proposal. For example, the placement agreement, which used to be quite a long and cumbersome form, is now a form that is entered in here. And there are spaces at the end for supervisor, line manager, student, and coordinator to sign off. In the placement activity and supervision tab, there are a series of activity logs that collect different types of supervision templates, whether or not that be internal and external, group or individual. The reviews and evaluation pages contain space for mid-placement and end-of-placement review, but also for the supervisor's end-of-placement review. This page lists various competency attainment, and there are spaces for the assessor to be able to write comments as well. There is also space for the reflection of practice. This is a guided reflection, and there is also the ability for the student to mark this as a private reflection, meaning that only the placement coordinator and the student have the ability to view the response there. This is the placement log template that makes up the hours of the placement details in the activity log. So students just need to come in and talk about their session, how many hours they were, reflect on that. The supervisor makes comments as well. They tick off which competencies have been applied and then what type of supervision this pertains to. There's also a planning area for their next session and sign-off details. This template can be used over and over and is collected inside the workbook as records of supervision sessions. Overall, the academic is excited to work with this workbook to eliminate some of the workflow issues that grew from using lots of paper-based forms and paper-based portfolios. We're looking forward to hearing how the cohort enjoyed using it in trimester 1 of 2018.